Let me ask you guys something. Do you see a problem with this panel?
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. These are today's hashtag end of video squad winners. If you would like to join them, make sure to watch till the end of this video. Then drop your comment with the hashtag end of video squad for a chance to be featured in my next video. No, seriously, that was an honest question because people seem to be finding flaws where, in my opinion, there are no flaws. In the brand new chapter 58 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, the main criticism that this chapter has gotten is all surrounding Ultra Instinct Goku. And it's not really Ultra Instinct Goku, it's Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, which looks a lot like Ultra Instinct Omen. So this is a brand new version of the transformation, the forms that we know in Dragon Ball Super's anime. But people seem to be criticizing this for two reasons. Number one, because he is using Ultra Instinct so easily. Goku, after training for several chapters in the Dragon Ball Super manga, after getting his ass reamed by Moro on planet Namek and losing Namek, after losing so much, he finally gets to fulfill what he's been training for this entire time. And people are upset about that. I don't see how you could be. Yes, there is a possibility that this form could be overused now because, you know, we have so many forms for Goku. I mean, each one has its own thing that makes it unique, and I think going forward in the future arcs, they should definitely differentiate the different forms. Which one does which one is better at what the power scaling is, what the stamina reserves are, and the stamina drainage. All that stuff should be detailed by Goku, similar to how he does in the Dragon Ball Z Blue arc, where he explains each individual form to Babidi, which leads me to the second thing that people are upset about when it comes to this panel in particular. Goku called it Ultra Instinct Sign. Now, the version Ultra Instinct Sign isn't what they're upset about. They're upset about the fact that Goku name dropped the form that he's in, and I don't see why people are upset about this. Just like I just mentioned, Goku in Dragon Ball Z, he went through every form that he had up to that point in detail in front of Fat Buu, and yes, he was trying to stall him a little bit, and that's why he went so slowly with each individual form. And he did somewhat of the same thing back when he first faced Beerus as Super Saiyan 3. He went through all the forms showing Beerus all those forms, but he did a more elaborate setup in the Buu arc, and yes, there was purpose to that, but Goku has name dropped the forms before. See, I don't understand why people get upset about these things when there are actual real things in Dragon Ball, especially the manga, that you should probably be not upset about, but you should look a little bit deeper into and see exactly how it's going to affect all of Dragon Ball. I guess now at this point, yes, the first criticism that this could be overused, that is a valid criticism, but if they explain the differences between the forms later on the line, that would alleviate that criticism because it could show when and where to use Ultra Instinct Sign. With all that being said, let's jump right into the chapter, and it actually starts off really cool because Goku uses instant transmission in the most effective way that I've ever seen him use instant transmission. He goes around every single battle site on Earth and takes out the convicts so that way the Galactic Patrol can round them up. This was a masterful stroke by Toyotaro using instant transmission to show that Goku is on a completely different level, which we already knew, but now the villains know that. He took out all the villains and he told Moro that to his face. Big criticism, I don't know if it's due to the translation, but this part right here, this scene is trash. This dialogue is trash because it's like Krillin is asking the obvious. I mean, yeah, and Goku responds like, it's the obvious. Yeah, I trained to beat Moro. That's what I do. Krillin. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but that's what I do. I train to beat bad guys. That is my sole goal in training. Fight strong opponents and get more powerful. And that's kind of what the translation seemed. I don't know if that's how it was supposed to come off, but to me personally, I honestly don't really find the conversations that Goku has with Krillin, at least anything past Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, to be very entertaining or interesting or anything like that. They all seem to basically fall flat, except for this one.
How do androids have babies?
As it so happens, she started out as a human being. Dr. Gero just remodeled her a little bit.
So Goku finally makes it to the main battlefield where this dude, he is the leader of the inmates and he has been supercharged by Moro's ki, by all the life force that Moro has. Moro has given him some little bit of that life force to make himself stronger, and that seems to be overwhelming Piccolo and Gohan. And when Goku arrives, he uses Ultra Instinct to basically put a savage beatdown on this dude, and Jocko seems to be the only one that could see him, which is really cool to think that Jocko's eyes are really fast and his body isn't up to that same level of ability, because he even says that I'm not really that strong, I'm not that powerful like that, but I can see the battle. It's similar to how the Omni Kings couldn't see the battle, couldn't see when they were going really fast, even though they are the supreme beings of all. Like, they are the Omni Kings, but they couldn't see people going fast. It's like that same thing. Like, their eyes aren't trained for that. So I like that little tidbit. I also like this right here. Karma's a bitch, I know. And because Moro wants to see more of Goku's Ultra Instinct abilities, he ends up injecting more and more ki into his main boss. And this is overwhelming him to the point he is getting stronger, but he ends up basically getting overwhelmed and he ends up biting the dust. But before that, Toyotaro has evolved as an artist, and he has really put a lot of time, energy, and just his own flair into this manga, this chapter, this arc. At least anything past what we have to like follow from the anime, he's basically developed on his own. And look at this, man, this is beautiful. He has done a great job with grotesque, sort of disgusting, horror-inducing looking characters and versions of characters that I applaud him. He's definitely been evolving just from this manga alone. And the banter between Goku and Moro is on a different level. Like, if I said I really didn't like the talk between Goku and Krillin, this would be the complete opposite. This is interesting, intriguing. Goku is sort of trying to be on a high horse and Moro doesn't give a shit. So it's all good stuff. And then that's when Goku finally shows him his new abilities, and then Goku said this is not a mortal ability, and then Goku's like, yep, that's right, this is the ability of the gods and angels, this is Ultra Instinct Sign, and that is the end of the chapter. And when we jump into Ultra Instinct Sign, basically what it is Goku going into Ultra Instinct whenever he wants and just jumping into that like Omen form. And it's brand new and different and seems to be improved from Omen because, again, it's a different name and it also has a different meaning behind it, because this is something that he learned basically from Master Roshi, as opposed to in the anime where he accidentally fell into it. So something like this can definitely be used to great effect on the battlefield, especially if he keeps bringing it out and fighting against opponents. Although I think that the Toyotaro team is going to go with that he can't really use it all the time argument, but I think that's lazy. I feel like they could do a better job in explaining what Ultra Instinct Sign is and what he can do with it later down the line, and I'm hoping that they do that when the next arc or the future of Dragon Ball Super's manga comes into fruition. But I actually like the name. Ultra Instinct Sign is probably as cool as Ultra Instinct Omen. Ultimately, the chapter was a lot of fun, a lot of cool new things. Toyotaro seems to be adding a lot of cool brand new elements, finally brand new elements into Dragon Ball Super, and making, like, this doesn't even resemble a lot of like the top tier stuff that we've seen in the anime. And to me, this is going further beyond, like this is going in a better direction. Like, for me, it's a lot more intriguing, a lot more interesting, and a lot more fun than some of the stuff that we got in the anime. But if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag end of video squad. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Make sure you drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Rescue Squad Culp. I like the hieroglyphics on Taima's cape. Yes, from Dragon Ball Infinity, Taima, the first god of destruction, the hieroglyphics on his cape are an amazing detail. And I mentioned in my original review when I first saw the cape how intricate those details were on the cape and how much of a bitch that would be to draw constantly page by page, but they've done it. The Dragon Ball Infinity team has done it, so it's definitely a miracle, and I like the way that and the direction that Dragon Ball fan manga is going. Thank you so much for your comment. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.
Or perish.